Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. In the sunroom of the Quartermain mansion, Drew is on the phone discussing his campaign when Willow appears. She tries to rush out, but he stops her. She says she was looking for Michael to give him his keys. Drew offers to give them to him as they are meeting today. Willow leaves them on a table and tries to leave, but Drew stops her and says they need to talk about the fact she can't even be in the same room as him. Suddenly, Ned appears and asks if he's interrupting. Willow says she was just leaving and asks Drew to give Michael his keys. Alone, Ned tells Drew the ELQ board has agreed to return Valentine's stocks to the company, but it will take time. Ned says he and Michael will handle it and keep him apprised of their decisions. Drew says Michael is coming to meet him so they can discuss it together. Ned assumed he would have other things to do, as he seemed busy when he came in. Michael appears, and they discuss the plans to divvy up Valentine's stock. Ned suggests they divide them among the next generation of Quartermains to keep ELQ in the family. He says he can vote their proxies until they come of age, and the same goes for Drew's stocks, which he needs to put in a trust once he's elected. Drew feels that time hasn't come, and Michael agrees they can table this discussion for now. Irate, Ned thought they were going to work together as a family and storms out. In the living room, Brook Lynn catches Tracy on the phone talking to a lawyer about suing the parents of Violet's bully. Brook Lynn snatches the phone from her and says this won't help, and she and Chase are taking care of things. Olivia enters and asks what the racket is all about. Brook Lynn tells Tracy they have already talked to the school, but Tracy feels the school will put their well-being above Violet's. Ace begins crying over the baby monitor, and Tracy leaves to care for him. Olivia can't believe Tracy wants to sue the parents of a 9-year-old but calls it badass. Brook Lynn tells her not to encourage Tracy as she's making everything worse. Olivia believes Tracy is fixating on helping Violet because she can't do anything for Lulu. Suddenly, Ned interrupts, fuming about Michael and Drew, freezing him out again. Olivia drags him out of the room and tells him she loves him but can't do this right now. He knows she's got a lot going on with Dante and Lulu, so he'll figure this out on his own. Meanwhile, Michael and Drew discuss Ned's attempt to use the stocks and kids to take control of ELQ. Drew wants Michael to take over ELQ when he wins this election. Michael says Tracy and Brook Lynn won't vote for that, so Drew says he'll make Michael a trustee of his shares, and that should get Ned out. Elsewhere, Brook Lynn and Willow run into one another. Brook Lynn knows she was a teacher and needs her advice. She explains what happened with Violet, and that Tracy believes the school will always put itself first over the students. Willow calls it a cynical way of looking at it, but Tracy is probably right. However, Willow suggests that they work with the school, teachers and counselors to help Violet. Willow advises that if they don't want to work with her, she should be pushy and raise her voice. Willow knows this is hard. Brook Lynn says it is, and she's only a temporary guardian. It makes her wonder if she could be a parent. Willow says parenting is hard, but the joy you get from it is worth it. Brook Lynn then receives a text from Chase, who tells her that Finn is getting out of rehab. Willow thinks Violet will be so happy to be with her dad again. Brook Lynn seems sad about the idea of not having Violet around anymore. In the kitchen, Cody talks to Sasha. He's learned Serenity, the place he grew up, is on the market, but they are asking $6 million for it, money he'll never get his hands on. He had always dreamed of turning it into a ranch and animal sanctuary, and it's always been a special place for him. She says he should go for it, but he thinks it will be off the market in no time. He admits he had one idea, to ask Tracy for a loan. Sasha isn't sure she'd do it, but it can't hurt to ask as she does like him. Tracy appears and says Ace is awake and needs more pudding cups, so Sasha leaves to get one. Tracy then asks Cody why he has a smirk on his face. Sasha returns and says Cody was just telling her about an interesting idea. Cody claims he was considering switching the horses from hay to alfalfa. Sasha gives Tracy the pudding and she leaves. Sasha thinks Cody not telling Tracy was a good idea, and he needs to devise a solid business plan and pitch it to her. Cody doesn't think he should, as he doesn't want her to think he's using her for her money. That would be what the old him would do.